Stimulus checks are arriving in mailboxes all over St. Louis, and some of them are creating confusion because the recipients are deceased. And we keep hearing from a lot of you about this problem. Tonight, News 4 investigator Chris Negus is trying to find out, do you keep the check or do you return it? Chris, what do you find out?
Yeah, Steve, a question a lot of people are asking, and you're right. We're hearing from a lot of people on this issue, and as you can imagine, it is creating confusion because people are getting conflicting answers about what to do, and it's exactly as you said. People are going out to the mailbox, and they're getting stimulus checks for relatives that died in 2019, in some cases 2018.
I was kind of shocked and surprised that I had $2,400 instead of $1,200.
Carrie of North St. Louis County couldn't believe it when she saw her stimulus check. Part of the payment was for her husband, Edward. He died in August of last year.
I was worried because I didn't want to cash it, but I feared that I might have to, the IRS might reclaim it.
So Carrie reached out to me on Facebook as well as her tax preparer at the same time.
And she had researched it and she told me to keep it.
But that goes against what Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin told the Wall Street Journal. He claims stimulus checks for the deceased should be returned. On April 17th, News 4 asked U.S. Senator Josh Hawley if stimulus checks for the dead should be returned.
Well, yes. I mean, if it's going to people who aren't alive, then it's a mistake and shouldn't flow. So, there's going to be these glitches. However, I would prefer that we get this money out as soon as we can. So obviously it shouldn't be going to people who aren't living.
Another St. Louis family that received a check for a deceased family member checked this box on the envelope. If recipient deceased, check here and drop in mailbox. But others are getting different advice, and it's bound to create issues. Carrie says the extra money was a huge help, and it's already spent. How is that money going to help you at this point?
And one thing, it helped me to pay my mortgage payment this month.
So you can see a lot of people need this money. Now, I also reached out to Senator Roy Blunt's office, and according to Senator Blunt, the Treasury Department needs to move quickly to issue guidance for anyone who believes they have received a direct assistance payment in error. I will continue monitoring this issue. So as you just heard, this is clearly confusing because you've got local tax preparers telling people they can keep the money, and then you've got high-ranking government officials saying that you need to send it back. Now, we have reached out to the IRS to try to get a direct yes or no answer on this, and we're still waiting for one. So as soon as we have a direct yes or no answer to what seems like a simple question, we will let you know. Reporting live in St. Louis County, Chris Negus, News 4.